If you're tired of shooting the same boring car content while dreaming of creating cinematic masterpieces that actually pay the bills, the secret isn't buying a $5,000 FX3. In our community for automotive filmmakers, we invite some of the coolest automotive creatives to join us for a live call so we can learn as much from them as humanly possible. And everybody is invited. This time we had a 3-hour long conversation with Ronin, who is an automotive commercial director and filmmaker. He has worked with brands such as McLaren, Pennzoil, Lincoln, Bridgestone and many other ones. And he went from being an Amazon delivery driver to landing a $20,000 commercial shoot within 8 months. And today I'm breaking down 7 of his life-changing lessons that he shared with us, so you can save years of mistakes, many dollars, and you can turn your passion into profit. Because while you're still stuck researching which camera you're going to buy, or you're accepting $50 to make a video for a McLaren owner who doesn't even see the value, other creators are building 6-figure businesses with the insights I'm about to share. So if you're ready to stop making excuses and you want to create those cinematic car videos or masterpieces that you always dreamed of, this video is perfect for you, so let's dive in. Imagine you are already 6 months thinking about which camera to buy, the FX3, the Sony a7S III, maybe another one. Do you need dual native ISO? What's the crop factor? Whatever. Meanwhile, somebody else is just making epic car videos just using a 90s VHS camcorder. He's getting millions of views on social media and he gets business out of it. Ronin had the exact same problem in the beginning, and this is what actually changed everything, because he saw these creators with the perfect gear making these boring car videos, while on the other hand he saw these other creators with not the perfect camera make these super nice cinematic masterpieces that he also wanted to create. The gear was not the differentiator here, the story was. So he grabbed an old 90s VHS camera and he made some car videos with it, which became one of his most viral pieces of content on social media, reaching well over millions of views. There is no perfect camera anyway, every camera is just a tool, but you as a creator, you have to use the tool to create something. And that's why lesson 1 is story beats gear every single time. Most creators show up to the shoot thinking they will just figure it out on the spot, shooting a couple of nice shots and hoping in the edit everything will work out fine. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Same for me and Ronin, until he realized that he was actually just wasting entire days in the editing room without getting the desired result. The problem with winging it is that you just end up with a sequence of nice shots without an actual story. No flow, no narrative, just a sequence of good-looking shots. So Ronin thought to himself, I can do this better. He developed the 10-second rule. He plans out every single shot to be intentional and entertaining for a sequence of 10 seconds. So every single frame is very intentional. And if it came out well, you can extend it for another 10 seconds. And like this, you can make every video longer while practicing your craft of storytelling. He creates a timeline with the shots in sequence, along with the transitions that he needs to connect the sequences. And the result is that every frame has its purpose towards the whole story. And that's exactly why lesson 2 is plan before you shoot. The next lesson is a $20,000 lesson. 8 months after buying his first camera, Ronin landed a $20,000 commercial shoot. He had everything planned, the vision was there, shot lists, idea, the crew was hired, everything seemed perfect. But the client wanted to be very hands-on. Can you try this experimental shot? Maybe we can try this angle or this shot. And Ronin said yes to everything because he thought that he owed the client because he paid for the whole commercial shoot. They spent 1 week of filming shots that weren't actually part of the plan. And when he sat down to edit, he didn't have most of the shots that he actually needed or that he actually prepared to shoot. Just experimental shots here and there. After 3 months of trying to salvage the edit, he walked away with $900 from this $20,000 project. If he wants to experiment, he makes sure he has all the rest first. And that's exactly why this $20,000 lesson is stick to the plan, stick to the vision. Every automotive creator faces this problem. You get a message from somebody with a cool car, a sports car or whatever, and they ask you for a cool video for social media. You say you charge, let's say, $350 because half day of shooting, half day of editing and whatnot. What happens next? They completely ghost you. Sounds familiar? Ronin learned that these individual car owners, no matter how much money they have, they don't see the value in these types of professional videos. They look cool, but they won't pay for it. The breakthrough came when he shifted towards businesses, exotic car rental companies, performance shops, travel brands. They understand return on investment. They know that if they pay, for example, $5,000 for a commercial shoot, these videos will earn them more than the invested $5,000. That's why lesson 4 is target businesses, not individuals. You have seen those car videos that look amazing, but something is just missing. But you cannot say exactly what it is. The shots are perfect, the grade might be perfect, but still there's something missing. There's this wow feeling that is missing. Most creators just use some random audio, and they might even slap on some car exhaust audio that they captured with the camera, but it's nothing close to those immersive commercial videos that you see. That's why Ronin uses a lot of very specific sound effects that will add to the story. Gear shifting sound effects, tires that are screeching, all these types of small sound effects that will just create this overall immersive experience, as you are actually driving the car or experiencing the moment. Fun fact, if Ronin edits 2 hours on his video sequence, he will work another 2 hours on sound design. And that's exactly why lesson 5 is the importance of sound design. You can always find an excuse to not go filming. You don't have the desired lens, you don't have the latest FX3, you don't have the best microphone on the market. Let me plan this perfectly. Okay, planning is important, but most creators get stuck in this loop, overthinking every single decision while other creators are building their business. The gear paralysis is real, because you feel that when you buy something, it's gonna be permanent. Every mistake feels catastrophic. What if I buy the wrong camera? What if my first paid project sucks? The fear of failure is preventing you from starting. Change your mindset, because everything you do, even if the result sucks, you have learned something. Success comes from action, not perfection. You can watch hours and hours of YouTube videos, but without practice, everything just goes to waste. You didn't learn how to ride a bicycle from YouTube videos. You just get on the bike, you try it, you fall a few times, you get back up, and then it just works. And that's exactly why lesson 6 is just do it. Ronin loved to watch this comedy show called, what was the name again? Key and Peele, although I don't know the show myself. And he also loved to watch John Wick movies. He realized that the mood of these shows and videos changed by how they used colors in their scenes. So he realized that the colors were a huge part of the storytelling. He decided to watch as many YouTube videos on color grading as possible. He was getting parts here, parts there, but overall just getting a mixed information from a bunch of different creators. Some used this technique, some used another technique. He just needed some structure and professional training. He invested $1,000 into a color grading masterclass. He was learning for 10 hours a day to fine-tune his color grading techniques, so everything would add up for his storytelling. And looking back, it was totally worth the money of the investment, because now his skills are better, he learned it faster, and he didn't waste time that he could put into other parts of the business. He says that knowledge and skill is power. And that's exactly why lesson 7 is to invest in your own skill. Not only by theory, but also by practice. If you want to be part of the next conversations and meet some of the biggest automotive creators in the space, you can join the community, link in description. See you inside.